Are you looking for the knockout against Crawford?
I think every fighter looking for the knockout. If they say no, they are lying. As soon he feels the power, he feels everything, it's gonna be the same.
There's no way Crawford can hurt you.
We need to be very focused and be careful. And anybody can carry you, right? But if you're smart and you know how to box and everything, two of the best pound for pound is gonna face each other. Yeah, he's gonna find out September.
Canelo Alvarez just sent Gennady Golovkin a harsh threat a few days before their fight. Canelo Alvarez did say, though, that he has been in a similar situation many times before. He believes this upcoming fight will be the biggest in the history of boxing. He also said that everyone would be watching and that the event would also bring the sport to the attention of new people.
Not feel the same, but for me, I'm being in this position, in this situation a lot of times. I think it's gonna be the biggest fight in the history of boxing because everybody's gonna watch it. A new audience is gonna watch.
Canelo Alvarez also said that he hoped there would be no moving during the fight. He said that he doesn't see Crawford as that kind of fighter and that he thinks of him as special and someone who actually boxes, which he likes and admires.
Do you have any concern that there's going to be any running in this fight?
I hope not. I think Crawford is not that kind of fighter. He's a different. He box, and I like.
Canelo Alvarez did warn, though, that every boxer goes into the ring trying to get knocked out. Also, if they say they are something else, they are lying.
Are you looking for the knockout against Crawford?
I think every fighter looking for the knockout. If they say no, they lie.
Canelo Alvarez also said that Crawford will know everything is the same once he feels his power. He made it clear that Crawford can't hurt him as long as he stays alert and careful. Anyone can catch you, but if you're smart, know how to box, and stay sharp, Canelo said, it becomes very hard for that to happen.
As soon he feels the power, he feels everything, it's gonna be the same.
There's no way Crawford can hurt you.
We need to be very focused and be careful. And anybody can carry you, right? But if you're smart and you know how to box and everything.
He thinks that once he feels the power, everything will be fine again. Crawford is not able to hurt you. We need to be very careful and pay close attention. Almost anyone can carry you. But if you're smart, you can box and do everything.
Crawford is pretty strong for his weight. How much do you think that strength is going to play a part in this fight?
I don't know. We'll see. But what I know is he's a good fighter, very smart fighter, and very disciplined. He needs to get credit for that. But I am.
Canelo Alvarez then said that he doesn't know how much Crawford's strength will affect the fight, but he does know that Crawford is a skilled boxer who is also smart and well-behaved, and that he should be praised for that. Canelo made it clear, though, that he is also all of those things.
I say facts. I don't say anything like I'm lying or he faced maybe good fighters, but there's a difference between good fighters and elite fighters.
I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm hunting him. I'm hunting everything that he got.
Two of the best pound for pound is gonna face each other. Yeah, he's gonna find out September.
Last but not least, Canelo Alvarez said that he never lies and only tells the truth. He made it clear that Crawford may have fought skilled fighters in the past, but there is a big difference between skilled fighters and top fighters. He went on to say that two of the best fighters in terms of weight will fight. On September 13th, Crawford will find out how big the gap really is.
Very highly anticipated, that Canelo versus Crawford fight.
Man, that's a great fight, but you're only as good as your last fight. And so we all know that Canelo didn't look too hot in his last fight. And obviously the opponent didn't help very much. He's a big guy, super middleweight, strong, solid. He's fought everybody there is to fight, with the exception of Benavidez, of course. But then you have Crawford, man, pound for pound, who I consider the best fighter in the world between him and Inoue. He's just a remarkable fighter, man. He's got the total package. He can switch from conventional to southpaw. Nobody does it better. Great counterpuncher, great boxer, great ring generalship. He can fight if he chooses to. So it'd be dangerous to sit there and fight someone like Canelo, but it's just, I don't know, man. That's a toss-up. It's a 50-50 fight.
Do you see that 50-50?
Yeah, it's a 50.
Manny Robles, on the other hand, says that the fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez is highly anticipated and seems like a true 50-50th battle. He made it clear that one reason Canelo didn't look his best in his most recent fight was because his opponent was a tough super middleweight. Robles praised Crawford's ability to switch stances, counterpunch, box smartly, and keep the ring under control. However, he warned Crawford that dealing and standing with Canelo would be dangerous. Many people, including Crawford himself, think he is one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world.
No, you also moved up to 168 pounds as well.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
Terrence Crawford is going to try to do that against Canelo. Just your perspective on a fighter like Terrence moving up from 47, 54 and fighting Canelo, a bigger guy who's fought naturally bigger guys at 68.
It's a big difference. I mean, when I fought Donnie Lalonde, every time he hit me, he hurt me to a degree. Not knocking out, but he hurt me, put it that way. He can do it. I mean, you can do it, no question.
Ray Leonard talked about Terrence Crawford's choice to fight Canelo Alvarez in the 168-pound class. He said that adding weight totally changes the dynamic by making you stronger and giving you a different physical presence. Leonard said that fighting a naturally bigger opponent always comes with real risks. He used his fight with Donnie Lalonde as an example, saying that he felt the force of bigger blows even though he wasn't knocked out. Even though the extra weight made things harder, he praised Crawford's skills and believed he could make the necessary changes.
You know, what about Crawford do you think can bridge the weight gap? Or like with you, what did bridge the weight gap? Because a lot of people are just saying, hey, Canelo's just too big for someone like Terrence.
That's true. But you know what? There's always a way. Put it that there's always a way. There's always a way to win.
Leonard also said that it is tough to find someone at that weight who is as tall and strong as Canelo. His statement showed that the difference in mass can make a big difference in how the fight goes. When he thought about his work history, he made it clear that the task is hard, but it can be accomplished with careful planning, smart timing, and smart strategies. Even though they were very different in appearance, Leonard was still sure that Crawford had the skills to perform at that weight and maybe even succeed if he used his smarts and ability to plan ahead.
Crawford. I do like him against Bud Crawford, but I do think that it's a great fight. Now, I could change my mind when we get closer. Bud Crawford, to me, is a latter-day Sugar Ray Robinson. He has the multiple skills of Sugar Ray Robinson. He can defend or attack. He has a deep inner mean streak that he can employ at any moment in a fight to get what he wants. You know, before the fight against, help me out here,
Madrimov was his last fight. Spence?
Spence.
Yes.
Before the fight against Errol Spence, there were quite a lot of people in the sport, in boxing media, who were saying, you know, I like Spence to win the fight. I was one of those people who said, no way. Errol Spence doesn't have the depth.
Jim Lampley talked about the upcoming fight. He praised both winners, but he thought Canelo Alvarez would win over Terrence Crawford. His smooth transition between attack and defense was praised, and he said the game was amazing to watch. Lampley praised Crawford's resolution and pose, as he talked about his huge win over Errol Spence, who many people thought would win. What stood out, though, was Crawford's sharp tactical understanding and skill.
Intellectual understanding of prize fighting to beat Terrence Crawford, who is the great professional of his era, along with Canelo Alvarez. That's why that's such a great fight. They are the two living, practicing ultra professionals in the sport. They know it inside out. And one way or another, it's going to be a spectacular intellectual matchup of two great ring strategists.
Lampley put Crawford in the same ranking as Canelo, making him one of the best fighters of this age. He also said that both guys have great technique and a high combat IQ before the fight. He says that this fight is about more than just physical strength. It will be a battle of tactics and readiness. Lampley said that the fight would be full of accuracy, persistence, and skilled technique, and he was excited to see how their styles would meet.
I don't think he is, but if he beats Canelo, he'll be like my #1 fighter of all time.
You don't think Crawford beats Canelo?
I don't think so. And look, hear me out. I respect Crawford and everything that he's doing, but he just moved up from 147, so I'm just going to treat him as a 147-pounder. He's jumping up 3 weight classes to fight someone who was like the #1 fighter in all of boxing. You know, the jump would be hard, even if it was just like some top 10.
Right, yeah.
You know,
Bud
would you say he's a very smart fighter?
Yes.
Very calculated,
Yes.
right? Don't you think that maybe he sees something that most people aren't seeing?
I think he does, but the thing is he going to be able to even like to capitalize on it? Because he's a smaller fighter. And look, I think people are thinking at the aspect of, can Crawford do it? Yes, I think he can do it, but can Canelo do it? And I think he has a bigger chance of doing it than Crawford does.
It favors him.
Now, Canelo, he has obviously the size advantage, the strength advantage, intellect. I think Crawford edges him out in IQ. I just think the weight difference is going to be the deciding factor here. I mean, like, when I seen Canelo's check hook against Berlanga, that shit was like this. You know, and Canelo's not slow either. Like, this shit was, I didn't see that coming at all. He just dropped him, and I was just like, damn, he still got it. I just think that Crawford just bit off a little more than he can chew, but if he can chew it and he beats him, which I think he can. I'm not saying he can't. I'm not saying he has 0% chance. I'm just thinking Canelo wins. But if he does, he will be my #1 fighter of all time.
Wow, I always knew that you had a lot of respect and admiration for
Virgil Ortiz was not sure how well Terence Crawford would do in the upcoming fight against Canelo Alvarez because of the clear difference in size and natural weight. He said that Canelo has a big edge because he is bigger, stronger, and can counterpunch more accurately, but he also said that Crawford was smart and had good skills. Ortiz said that Canelo's well-placed check hook on Edgar Berlanga showed that he was still a threat. However, Ortiz did say that if Crawford won, he would be the best fighter of all time, even though he knew that Crawford still had a chance to win.
I mean, it could happen. I mean, why not? If Crawford want to challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great, you know. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm with it. So, you know, I'll be going for Bud, you know, if he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna win or lose, but I definitely be going for Crawford. I think if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off.
Yeah.
But
You know,
he's chasing greatness, so why not? Canelo came up to 175 and all that, and fought Kovalev and fought the other guy too. So I mean, if he can do it, and he started at 147. So I mean, if he's doing it, why can't Crawford do it?
Errol Spence Jr. also said what he thought and said that he fully supports Crawford's choice if he wants to push himself and be the best. He made it clear that Crawford has no reason to avoid the fight if he wants to leave a lasting legacy. Spence said that he will back Crawford even though he doesn't know what will happen yet. He went on to say that Crawford is the only person who could do that. Spence also said that Canelo had raised his weight to 175 pounds so that he could fight bigger opponents. Crawford has no reason not to try a similar jump because of this.
I give him a chance. You know, Terence is freakishly strong. He can punch. He's got good crack. He can fight from both ways. Orthodox, southpaw. He can fight at mid-range, close range, outside. And he can fight going both ways. So it's exciting. It's a big question mark on the end of it, though. So that's why, you know, I'm sure all of us are excited for that bell to ring and, you know, be able to find out.
Caleb Plant said that one of the main things that could go wrong for Canelo Alvarez is Terence Crawford's ability to change stances and handle space. He made it clear that Crawford's ability to change time and rhythm, along with his strong punches and sharp awareness, could mess up Canelo's flow.
But can Terence Crawford pull this off?
He definitely can. He has the ability to pull it off for sure. Now, it's going to be a tough task. You're talking about Canelo Alvarez, one of the greatest fighters ever. So I think Terence is special, you know, and it's going to take it takes a special fighter to move up multiple weight classes and still dominate. And I think Terence Crawford has the ability, not to say he'll dominate Canelo Alvarez, but I think he's special enough to where he can find a way to expose Canelo's flaws and pull it off. I just think he's a special enough fighter, and he's gifted enough, and he's smart enough to win a boxing match with Canelo Alvarez.
Plant also told Crawford to concentrate on what he did well. During training camp, he told him how important it was to stay calm and focused so that he would be mentally ready to give it his all when the fight started. Kevin Cunningham pointed out that Terence Crawford's technical skill and sharp understanding were very important to the fight. Even though he knew what Canelo Alvarez had done, He was sure that Crawford's smarts and ability to capitalize on mistakes would help him beat the bigger opponent. Cunningham says that Crawford's ability to quickly assess what is happening and make changes will be very important during the hardest parts of the battle.
I think what you'll see with Terrence is a boxer, but he's also going to try to beat up. He's going to get the respect
Impose himself.
Canelo Alvarez. Yeah, he's going to box, but he's going to get his respect too, and he's going to be smart about it. You know, so I think he could. I really think Terrence can pull this off.
He also said that Crawford would need more than just his technical skills. Cunningham says that Crawford will put up steady pressure right away, showing that he deserves to fight at that weight. He believes that this plan will set the tone right away and make Canelo admire him right away.
I'm going to say Canelo's too big. He had trouble with a 154-pound guy when he went up from welterweight to that. So now he's going up to 168. Teddy, come on. How are you going to make an argument? You're going to make an argument through this, through the history of this sport, where little guys have been able to beat big guys, because you reverse it. You reverse who's got the advantage and the disadvantage. Yeah, the size, the power of Canelo, he's got the advantage. Then all of a sudden you go back and you say, wait a minute. The other guy's faster. The other guy's craftier. The other guy has more options. The other guy is slicker. Oh, well, maybe he's got the advantages.
Teddy Atlas talked about what he thought about Terrence Crawford put on more weight to fight Canelo Alvarez. He knew that many fans were worried about their differences in size, but he reassured everyone that smaller boxers have beaten bigger ones in the past. There are still doubts about Crawford's ability to handle Canelo's strength, especially since he had problems when he weighed 154 pounds. However, Atlas said that Crawford's speed, movement, and footwork may be very important in lowering the physical difference and giving him a real chance to win.
I'm one of the people that thinks Crawford is very, very special. I'm not saying Canelo's not, but I think he's special in a different way, where he's got instincts that not everyone has. Yeah. It's the timing, it's the instinctual things, the X factors, the intangibles that he has. And I think they're going to show themselves. I really do. And I can't wait. Yeah. I can't wait. Yeah. I can't wait to see a smaller guy use those intangibles, use those X factors to beat a bigger guy.
Atlas also said that Crawford does more than just good technique. As a fighter, he was described as having great instincts and speed, among other skills. Atlas recognized Canelo's strength and accomplishments, but he believes Crawford's unique skills could help him get past the size difference. He said he was excited to see how the story went and that this fight is a classic example of an underdog going up against a bigger force.
Canelo has some sort of speed, yes. Is very strong, powerful, has great footwork, great timing, great feints, moves well, whereas Crawford has the same, but I just feel like Crawford's ring eye coordination is better, and he has more fire in the body left. He wants it more, in my opinion. Whereas Canelo, in that last fight against the Cuban guy he fought, he just seems to me that that fire has just gone. Like, he was just getting the win and moving around and enjoying himself, which he can do, because at the end of the day, the guy, he's already cemented his legacy, so he can do that. So, yeah, I got Crawford winning that.
Additionally, Amir Khan recently thought that Crawford would win this fight and praised both fighters for their amazing skills. He said Canelo is known for being strong and dangerous in the ring, even though it might not be as strong as it used to be. Khan said that Crawford, on the other hand, is still young and has a lot of fire and desire to show himself. Crawford sees the fight as a chance to show that he is one of the best boxers. But Canelo has already made his name, and a win will make his already amazing career even better.
Can Crawford win a close decision? I don't think so. I don't know. Canelo is Canelo. You feel me? So now that could be a situation or issue. If Crawford win 8-4, they say it's a draw, or they give it to Canelo, so in the back of my mind.
Antonio Tarver, the past light heavyweight champion, is the main character of today's story. There was a strong warning from him to Crawford before his big fight with Canelo. He said Collins can't beat Canelo on points. Tarver says he needs to go for a knockout if he wants to win and become known as one of the best fighters in the world. If Crawford wants to win, he needs to knock out Canelo. Without that, he thinks Bud will have a hard time beating such a strong enemy. As Tarver kept warning, he said that Canelo is very strong and has special skills in the ring. He made it clear that he is never out of a fight because all he needs is one shot to get back in. A single, powerful hit from him can completely change the course of the match. Tarver made it clear that Crawford won't gain from fighting Canelo all the way to the end because the Mexican superstar could change the outcome at any time by landing the knockout blow.
His fight style gonna have to be locked, and Canelo only need one punch. You know what I mean? That really, basically, that's what it boils down to. I think Canelo only need one shot to change the game or change the fight. Crawford gonna have to stay consistent and win out. Gonna have to get ahead and stay ahead. You know what I mean? And then also looming is the controversy. Can Crawford win a close decision? I could never win a close decision.
The video for today is now over. So, what do you think about this? Do you think the fight between Canelo and Crawford will be good? We would really like to hear your thoughts on this. Please leave a comment with your thoughts if you liked the video. And don't forget to like and follow. You can also watch our other movies on the right.